Hello everyone, welcome to J Crochet. I am Reggie and this is Yarniversity. Good to see you all here. I'm so happy. Hello everyone. Welcome in. New students, long-time students, everyone's welcome here. Coming in, please don't forget to hit the like button for this video. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe down below. Yeah, very good to see you all. I'm a little bit, I just came into the room a little bit in a rush. We went to see my in-laws today, and so we literally just walked in the door. I was like, I gotta run, I gotta start the live, so left my husband with the kids with all the mess with everything. So yeah, I just walked in the door. I hope I didn't even touch the settings of the live. I hope everything is set up correctly. I didn't have time to prepare anything. But hi, good to see you all. There's a lot of chatter already going on in the chat. So hello to everyone. Sorry I'm not going one by one. You guys know I'm really bad with keeping in with the chat, especially when we have a lot of people. I'm happy with whatever number of people we get today. I just have to be here, really. Okay, so I'm really sorry. I know last week I promised that we're going to talk about a different subject today, but as I've said last week, for that subject to happen, I was still waiting on one last thing that did not happen this week. So sadly, that is going to have to be postponed until that, whatever it is supplied to me. But yeah, for now, we are talking about a different subject today, which I hope you guys will still enjoy. Sorry, I'm just like, I just ran in. I need to calm down first. But I'm glad. I'm glad you're all here. I'm very happy. And yeah, so if you're watching us live, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and you can chat with us in the chat. And if you're watching it on replay, thanks for coming back for the replay. You could still give this video a thumbs up and leave comments down below. If you're not sure if you're with us live or if you're watching the replay, all you gotta do is take a look at the top of the chat screen. If it says live chat or top chat, then you're here live. Hi. If it says live chat or top chat replay, you're watching the replay. And in any case, I highly recommend that everyone refreshes their screen when they come in the door to make sure that they are actually watching live and they're not in a long delay behind the video. Plus, if at any point you realize that the comments that people are writing in the chat don't match what you see on the video, then you probably need to refresh your screen. But I'm very excited to be here today, whether you're watching it live or on replay, because we're going to talk about a subject that I personally love to talk about, which is places to buy yarn online. Yes, I know we did this subject last year, but since then things have changed. New websites up on the international scene. This is an international channel, and we only talk about places that ship internationally here. So a lot of new websites pop up, and a lot of the websites that I did mention on the last time we talked about websites to buy yarn changed different policies and became more expensive and so on. So I thought it's about time that we do a refresh on this. But you can still always go back and watch the video from last year. It's still on the channel. There's still a lot of very good information on there, and you can even compare things that changed in between the two streams. So yeah, okay, so now I said everything for the introduction, but as you all know, Yarniversity is a live class about a different yarn or crochet related subject that takes place every Sunday here on the channel. And the first half an hour more or less is normally dedicated to other things that are not specifically today's class, but other things that have to do with the channel, with things that happened over the past week and so on. So let me start with the first thing. Those of you who have been watching the channel for a while may have noticed the big change in the cupboards behind me. Yeah. Yarn is coming off the shelves. Whether you've heard or not, if you have seen my post, didn't see it, missed it, if you haven't heard, I am moving. We are moving from Germany to Israel, and in the process of packing up my entire house, I also have to pack up my entire yarn room. And obviously, since everything is being shipped, and shipping of everything is very, very expensive, I will not be taking all of this with me. So I have selected, the yarns that are coming with me and the yarns that are not coming with me. And all the yarns that are not coming with me, I am destashing them in different ways. So the first way is, of course, the mystery yarn grab bags that are listed on my Etsy. Since this is a process and it's something that I'm, doing along the week, then every few days I'm updating the listing on Etsy. So if you went to Etsy and the listing wasn't there or it was sold out, just wait like a day or two, come check in again. The listing might be updated there, but I also update on Facebook and on YouTube every time that I put on a new batch of bags. But yeah, it depends, on the speed in which I can pack them. So every time I take a different shelf, I go over it, I decide which yarns I keep, which yarns I don't keep, and then whatever I don't keep goes into bags, and then at the end of the day, the number of bags that I have gathered is updated on the listing on Etsy. Yes, there will be a lot of yarn shopping in Israel because, as I've said, I cannot take all my yarn with me. So I'll be shopping for a lot of new yarns once there. That is for sure. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what kind of, yarns they stock there. So yeah, it is a very big move. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's already purchased something from the Etsy shop over the past week. And if you were interested and the listings were free, as I've said, just come back and check in. In addition to the yarn grab bags, I am still running my yarn club, and I will continue to run the yarn club throughout the year, even with the move and everything. Don't worry, I have accounted for all of that. So the listing for the April Yarn Club is already available also on the Etsy shop. So if you were interested in getting if you are interested in getting the April edition of the Wacky Holiday Yarn Club, you can get that on the Etsy shop as well. Why am I moving? Because me and my family, this is a plan that we have had on the back burner for quite a while. We are moving to a kibbutz in Israel. If you guys don't know what a kibbutz is, I highly recommend that you go and Google it and check it out. And you can also specifically Google kibbutz Yotvata, which is a specific kibbutz that we will be moving to, and you can see the wonderful place that I am going to live in and raise my children in, and we are very, very excited about it. So yeah, the move was a planned thing. It was just not planned for this year. We sort of thought that we have about a year or two still until it will actually happen, but then we got a surprise call that they actually have a spot for us opening this July. And so between now and July, that is the time that we have to move. You get that? Yes, we have from March to July to move our entire life to a whole new country. And yes, it's very stressful, but it's also very, very exciting. It is a move that we are happy about. Yeah, this is a good move. But yeah, so in the process of getting rid of all the yarn, you will see empty shelves, and they might, at the end, there might be like empty spots behind me for the next couple of months, but don't you worry. It's nothing bad. It's because the yarn is either already on its way to my new place, because I already shipped 2 boxes out this week, or it has been sold and is on its way to new homes. And I hope that all of you that did purchase mystery bags on the Etsy shop, I hope that you will like what you got, and I hope that you will give it a good home and you put the yarn to good use. And of course, that once you make something out of it, you will show us. Yeah, don't worry, I am keeping the YouTube channel running. I will still continue having YouTube videos. I will still be here, well, not here physically here where I am now, but I will still be here on YouTube. So yeah, not going anywhere except for to Israel. All right, so yeah, that's about mystery yarn bags and the April yarn club. Also, I wanted to share something with you guys. So whenever I find something that I feel like is worth sharing, that I like to share with you guys when I find good deals or when I find new good designers that I came across and so on. So in this case, what I'm about to share with you is both. So I happened across a post on Facebook. Someone posted a very, very pretty shawl, and it had just so happened that she was the designer of that shawl, and I got a link to her Etsy shop, and it just so happens that she currently has 50% off on all of her patterns on Etsy until the 1st of April. So I wanted to share it with you guys. This is her Etsy shop. She is from Austria. She's her shop name is Kleines Feines Austria, which means little fine Austria, or little nice pretty Austria. And she is a crochet designer, and you can purchase her patterns on her Etsy shop. As you can see, she designs a large variety of items. So in the shawl section, she has these beautiful, amazing, lacy shawls that I personally already purchased 3 patterns from her today, because, as I've said, 50% off on patterns, like, they are a really good price. But for your little trinket lovers, she designs these really, really cute gnomes, and she pretty much has one for every event. She has Christmas gnomes, she has Halloween gnomes, she has this really cute spring gnomes that looks like a bee and and a ladybug, and they have flowers, and yeah, she has like I said, really, really cute gnome designs. For those of you who like to make amigurumi, she also has different amigurumi patterns and a lot of decorative items. So just generally, if you are on the lookout for nice crochet patterns, check out her shop. Her patterns are really good. They are available both in German and English, and they are some of them also come with charts for those of you who read charts. Of course, just, you know, whenever you read the description of an item on Etsy, just make sure you understand what exactly is included in the pattern. But from the short look that I took over her shop, most of the patterns are available you know, in different languages and with both written and chart forms. Highly recommended. Like I said, I already got 3 of her patterns, and I just got them today, and I already picked out yarn for them. So I'm really excited to start working on those 3 shawls that I got from her shop. But yeah, she has a very large selection of different kind of patterns, and I highly recommend her, and 50% off until the 1st of April. So you know, check her out, tell her I sent you. Always nice to see more European designers. Hi Alejo, hi to everyone coming in. Sorry I'm not like going one by one today, but hi everyone. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up when you come in the door. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. Yeah, so I really wanted to share that with you. I thought it was a great deal, and I thought she was a wonderful designer. Like, I saw those gnomes and they are so freaking adorable. Like, I'm not in a place right now where I can start making them, but I will definitely go back to the shop and check them out again once I'm in Israel, because they are such a cute decorative thing, and you can like definitely give them as gifts to people. And yeah, they're really cool. And I know a lot of people like gnomes. Gnomes are kind of in right now, so if anyone was looking for like spring gnome patterns, check them out. Yeah. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you here. Hi. All right. Yeah. So I mentioned my D-stash, and check out the yarn grab bags on Etsy. If they're sold out, just come back in a few days. There will be more, because all of this has to either be shipped to my new place or sold. There's no like middle. There's no other place this yarn can go. Yeah. And I did have a post on my both community tab here on YouTube and on Facebook, asking people about, would you be interested in me showing, you know, finished items that I make that I don't intend to take with me and then sell them. So after much consideration, we also spoke about it in this month's Members Only Love that we had this week. Which was a lot of fun. We had a pajama party. So for those of you who answered my question, thank you very much. And for everyone who had some insight of how I should do it and what would be the best way, you know, to price my items and everything, thank you all very much for the input. I'm currently in the process of putting that all together into some kind of formed idea, and then I will most likely either have a live where I show everything and talk about each one of the items, and then people who would like to buy them will write me after the live, because I do not intend to sell anything on like live on YouTube. I do want to give everyone the opportunity. So either I will do it as a live where I show everything, or I will do a video where I show everything. But my fear with the video is that it will become a very long and tedious video. So I thought a live would be better. This way people can ask all the questions that they want. And then probably, you know, yeah. So probably sell them either, you know, through when people will email me, or whatever will be left afterwards will be put on Etsy. But yeah, there is quite a lot of stuff that are like finished items that I cannot take with me. I have to get rid of a lot of stuff, because yeah, well, moving is expensive. I cannot take all my stuff with me. Your husband is giving you a huge shopping spree for your birthday. Nice. It's very nice of him. That's a very, very nice gift. Yes, for all you members who missed the members only live, you can still go back and watch it. It is on YouTube like any other video, but only members can see it. So all you gotta do is go back to the channel, just press on, the J-Hook Crochet channel, go to videos, and then pick the March members only live, and you can watch it on replay, and you can still make the pattern. The link to this month's pattern is still in the description box of that live. It's only available for members of the channel. If you want to become a member, all you gotta do is press the join button next to the subscribe button, and you will learn everything you need to know about being a member of the channel. If you can't see the join button, there's also a direct link to the membership program in the description box below. For those of you who did attend the members only live, I promised you that I will finish my hat until Yarniversity, so I did, and I posted a picture on Instagram, but if you didn't see it, there it is. So I kind of like it. I love it. Look at it. Yeah, so this is the pattern that we worked on together in the members only live. It's my design. Of course, it is currently only available to members on the members only live video, but as always, a few months after all the members have made it, it will be available for purchase as a pattern on Etsy. And if you want, early access, free early access to all of my patterns, pretty much all you gotta do is become a member, because we make a different pattern every month. The members of the channel get the pattern for free, and of course, for between everyone who makes the pattern every month and posts a picture of it between all the members, we always choose one winner that gets a cool Yarny prize. So yeah, for those of you who did come on the live and saw me make it, and if you remember at the end of the live, it was just this, and I was saying it at that point, it just looked like a very big anus. And then, so we called it the ass hat. So I think the ass hat turned out pretty great. I kind of like it. I actually wore it 2 times this week because the weather is so nice, and we spent time in the garden. So I wore it outside in the garden. My boys love it. Jordan said it's very pretty and he wants one too, and I explained to him that this is not really a design for him. But yeah, so that is that. I'm glad you guys all like it. I'm glad you guys like the ass hat. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I said everything. I told you guys about the really, really good, don't forget, the really, really good pattern sale on Etsy. Really nice Austrian designer. Her name is Claudia. She is from Austria, and her Etsy shop is called Kleines Feines Austria. 50% off until the 1st of April, as I said. And yeah, I told you guys about the mystery bags. I told you guys about the April edition of the Wacky Holiday Yarn Club. I think we covered everything. If you guys are like mixed up about the times and everything, we finally sprung forward here in Europe. So we are back to normal time, like at least the time it was before. I'm glad you guys like it. That's what you call your act. Yay, I'm so glad you kids liked yours too. I liked yours too. I liked yours too. Oh, too many twos in that sentence. Yeah. aren't you showing those gross stuff on your Yarniversity anymore? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, so we are talking about places to buy yarn today. And I know that we're only 20 minutes in, but hey, you know, I talked fast. All right, so today we're talking about good places online to buy yarn. For those of you who are new to my channel or only joined over the past few months and maybe not heard me say that, I live in Germany currently. And I buy most of my yarn online because there aren't that many yarn or craft shops around where I live. There are different stores that also sell yarn or have a very small yarn corner in them. You can, you know, refer to all my yarn shopping trip videos to see what I mean, and how big are different, you know, yarn shelves in different shops around where I live. But yeah, so I buy most of my yarn online. And as I do, because I'm a nerd and I do deep research into everything, I have found quite a few places online where I think it is worth to buy yarn. Again, when we talk about reasonable prices, that is very subjective. Each of us have a different idea of what a reasonable price is. But I talk in terms of, you know, value for money. That's how I always talk on my channel, value for money. How much do you pay for what you actually get? Is it a good quality? Do you get a good quantity? And of course, we're gonna talk about shipping costs, and we're gonna talk about how to find the good deals on the website, or how to find the good yarns inside a huge ocean of other not so good yarns, and so on. So we're gonna talk about all of that today. But before we begin, there are a few things that I need to make clear. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, I, as I said 3 times already today, live in Germany, which is in Europe. And when I buy yarn online, I buy from different websites that are located all over the world, but I only talk on my channel on websites that also ship all over the world. So with one exception on today's show, all the websites ship internationally, and when we will get to that one that does not, I will talk about it. Now, please try to remember that when I say shipping internationally, I mean they ship all over the world. That does not mean they ship to every single country in the world. You know, websites, you have to go on the website before you fill up your cart so that you wouldn't get disappointed. And then go to the shipping terms. It's normally shippings and returns is what it's called, the tab on the website, and check if they ship to your country. If they do, what are the shipping costs, and if they have any shipping terms, and so on. So yeah, that is, you know, that's, you know, side note. We are only talking about websites that ship to, you know, all over the world. So the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of times when I talk about websites on my channel, websites that sell different things that are, you know, related to our topic. So if I talk about, you know, places to buy accessories or yarns or patterns and so on. And people always come up with examples out of their own countries or where they live, which are local websites that only ship inside their country. That is not useful information on my kind of channel. My channel is an international channel, and I cannot mention for the same way I wouldn't show you websites that only ship inside Germany because only 2% of my viewers are from Germany, then I don't, you know, I don't talk about websites that only ship inside other countries as well. So that was important to mention because I always get comments on those lives where I talk about different places, and then people comment and say, I do all my shopping at Hobby Lobby. That's very nice. It's very great. It's wonderful for you, but Hobby Lobby is not a international place. Okay, it's something that only exists inside the US, and I don't even know if Hobby Lobby ship. Like, I think you have to actually buy on their brick and mortar stores. I have no idea. It was just an example because a lot of people sometimes, you know, mention places like Hobby Lobby or Michael's in the comments on my videos, and that, don't get offended. It's nothing against you, but it means nothing to me. It literally tells me nothing when you talk to me about Hobby Lobby because I've never been to one in my life. The same way, if I will talk about Fischerwolle with you guys wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. So we are only talking websites that ship internationally, websites that ship to multiple countries, and as I've said, with the exception of one website that I'm going to talk about today, which only ships inside the European Union, which again, maybe it's not internationally, but it does cover a large portion of my viewers. I have viewers from all over the European Union. I have viewers from Germany, Italy, Ireland. I have viewers from the Czech Republic, from the Netherlands, from France, from Sweden, from Norway, and probably a lot more from Poland. Those are the ones I know about. So I just want to make sure that you all understand what I'm talking about and why I may not be mentioning some online websites that you know have great prices, but if they don't ship outside of a certain country, then they are not relevant to today's live. Okay? Happy Mother's Day to everybody celebrating. Where is it Mother's Day today? Hi Claudia. Yes, we will probably talk about Play-Doh again today because it's still on the list. Hope the shops in Israel will be close enough to you to shop. Well, as I've said, the place I'm moving to is pretty much far away from anything. I will have to drive to get anywhere, but I did do my research. There are quite a few yarn shops that do deliver in Israel. Hi to everyone coming in. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. You can't even access their website outside the US, so I'm sure they don't ship to Europe. Okay, Catherine, are you talking about Hobby Lobby or okay, but I get it. Yes, exactly. Chris is saying Hobby Lobby is horrible. In the UK, it's Mother's Day. Oh, okay. Good to know. So, happy Mother's Day to all of you in the UK. You think the UK might be celebrating? Yeah, okay. I don't know. Yes, we will talk about that, Alice. It's part of, once we will talk about Rito, I will mention that because that annoyed me quite a bit. All right, I think it's only the UK because us here in Germany, we had Mother's Day in the beginning of March. Okay, so, yeah. So as I've said, websites that I'm mentioning today are only websites that ship internationally or to multiple possible countries around the world, and definitely ones that ship to mine, because I cannot recommend places I haven't tried, okay? So I'm not going to mention websites that I never shopped at or ordered from before, because it is my channel and people like rely on my word. So I'm not just here to mention websites, I'm also here to give you my experience with them and what I thought about them personally. Okay. Another side note before I start talking about the websites themselves, all the links to all the websites I'm going to talk about are in the description box below this video. Some of the links are affiliate links. I want to say something about affiliate links. You guys, again, who have been following me for a while know I don't push like my affiliate companies over other companies. When you follow my channel as a whole, if you watch all my videos, you will see that there's about the same amount of content on my channel from places I am affiliated with and places I'm not affiliated with. And even when I am affiliated with a country, with a company, I still, still does not mean that I only have good things to say about it. And I have many times said actually not so good things about companies that I was affiliated or am affiliated with if I had a bad experience with them. And you will also get some examples for that effect today. But there are the links to all the companies in the description box below. Some of them are affiliated links, and I will very much appreciate it if you do shop on these websites, if you would use my link when you shop. It is at no extra costs to you, but I always get a small kickback from referring people to the website. And as you all know, anything I make from either affiliated links or YouTube ads or, you know, anything that is in any way connected to this channel, all the earnings go back into the channel. In this case, most of it goes into shipping prizes to winners on my giveaways, which I have very, very often, or into, you know, buying different things that I then review or show on the channel. So it's always like this channel is pretty much keeping itself alive financially. And so I don't live off of that money, as you can understand. You would think that just the price for a certain amount of yardage would be interesting, but maybe I'm wrong. You would think that just the price for a certain amount of yardage. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Penny, if you could like explain to me what you mean, or what is the do you mean that websites should show how much you pay per meter or how much you pay per, or do you mean that I should mention it? Just let me know what you mean so that I can, you know, answer that or refer to that correctly. But yeah, so we are going to view the websites one by one, in no particular order. This is not like the first one I mentioned is my favorite or anything like that. Plus, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna like show you the website while I talk. So you will, you know, we will go to certain parts of the websites. Some of them I will also give tips from my personal experience of how to shop on the website. And then of course I will give you my personal experience with the website after shopping there, or show you different things that I have purchased there, and also, you know, explain the important information that you need to know. But as a whole, all these websites that I'm going to mention today are what I consider websites that sell good quality yarn. So not, you know, nothing that's like, well, some of them do sell bad quality yarns along some good quality yarns. But what I mean is on these websites, you can get good high quality yarns for what I personally consider reasonable price. And when I consider a reasonable price, is is very subjective. So what I consider reasonable might sound expensive to some people, or might even sound cheap to some other people. But and that's something that I think you should all consider. Each of us knows what we think, that we should pay for yarns, and we should all decide. Does that make sense? So each of us, we are all grown people, so we can each decide for ourselves what is the reasonable amount that we want to pay for yarn, and we can each decide what we want to do, right? So if you don't agree with what I perceive as reasonable price, that's totally fine. You're not doing anything wrong. You are allowed to disagree with me. Did we have a troll? Someone deleted a message. I don't know. I haven't looked at the chat for a while. Hi everyone. Hello if I missed anyone. Oh, Joey's still waking up. And that, hi Sarit, hello, hi. All right, Penny, let me know what you meant. I'm still waiting, and then I see it. Okay, I have no idea. All right, sorry. If we have any trolls, I'm very sorry for that. I do not control them, but thank you for my mods to doing your job. Yeah. So, are you guys still with me? Was I making sense? Was I blabbering too much? If I am, at any point, just smack me on the head or something. Complaints about the what the F crochet. Oh, well, if someone doesn't like the what the F crochet, they don't have to watch it. Didn't we say at the beginning of the what the F episode that you really don't have to watch it? No one's making you guys watch. If any of my content is not to your likings, you really don't have to watch it. No one's making you. No one's holding a gun to your head. I am not, I'm not checking that each one of my subscribers watch each and every one of my videos. Okay. So, again, right? You don't like it, don't watch it. Really doesn't get what this okay. Hi Angela, hi Serenity and Stitches, hello. All right, you all got me. Fine. Yeah, sometimes the chat gets silent, and then I don't know if I'm not making any sense, if I lost you guys, if everyone went to make coffee or everyone took their body break. I don't know. So everyone's still here. Hi, I'm Reggie. This is Yarniversity. We're talking about websites, good websites to get good yarn for a reasonable price. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe down below. And if you want to join a very special Inner Circle membership program, then just hit the join button down below or the direct link in the description box below, and it will take you and tell you everything you need to know about it. And if you missed the beginning of today's live, I did mention that I am in the process of moving. We are moving our lives to Israel. So I'm getting rid of the yarn. I'm not getting rid of all of it, but most of it, 80% of it, has to go. And therefore I am listing yarn mystery grab bags on my Etsy shop. There are new ones being listed every day. So, just check out the Etsy shop if you're interested in giving some of my yarns new homes. And also I did mention that the April edition of the Yarn Club has been also listed on the Etsy shop. Exactly. Don't like it, don't watch it. all right, give her a timeout. It's okay. If she comes back, I think that if she's on a timeout, she can still watch. So if you're watching, I didn't see your comments, but my admins apparently did. And if you're still watching, and your timeout is out and you come back in the chat, we are more than welcoming for you to be in the chat. But complaining about past episodes that I did does not give you any points. I get the point. Not everybody likes every single video that I do, and that is fine. I did not set up on YouTube to be liked by everyone. So even people who do not like me or like me but don't agree with 100% of my content, that is fine. We cannot agree on everything. You know, we don't all like mustard either, so that's fine. Hi, Georgetta. Hello. No, I was not moving up the road, Angela. I'm moving back to Israel. Yes, that is true, Sarit. I saw that too. Yes, my yarn budget will probably have to change at some point because the prices of yarn in Israel are ridiculous. But it's just because, you know, Israel is not a country where yarn is produced. So all the yarn that you get there is imported and therefore very expensive. In the middle of July, we are moving. So anytime between now and July, all of this has to find its place. Okay, so here we go. We're talking about good websites to get good yarn for a good price. And some of these I've already mentioned on the last edition when we did this last year, but some of these are new on the list. So, okay. I did not make this. I do knit, but I'm not that good of a knitter. This is a bot sweater. Yay, Doneen, I'm so happy you got it. Wonderful. Okay, so first website I wanted to talk to you guys about is, and this was not on the last times, well, the moving, probably, yes, Alice, there will probably be a moving vlog. All right, so first website I want to talk about is We Crochet. Okay, so We Crochet, it is US based, but they do ship worldwide. Did you know that? They do have some kind of like free shipping thingy in the US. As far as I could tell, there is no free shipping internationally at any point, but it does say here on the front page there's free shipping on all US orders that are $35 or up. I think that's a relatively low bar for free shipping, right? Hi to everyone coming in. From what I understand, the price everywhere. I haven't bought anything locally recently. No, the prices of yarn in Germany are very cheap. Okay, Debbie, then happy birthday. Thank you for being here. All right, so first website I want to talk about, We Crochet. I gotta say that I have heard of We Crochet. Like I've seen different content creators that are We Crochet representative. I am not one, but I have seen different ones that are We Crochet representatives, and they showed yarns or reviewed yarns that they got from the website, which is what led me to the website to begin with. Yes, I have tried Wish or AliExpress. AliExpress is actually on today's list, so we will get to that. So yeah, so We Crochet, they have free shipping inside the US from $35 and up, which I think is a very low bar. And yeah, Dee agrees with me, so that's great. And they have free returns on the first order. So if you ordered your very first order with them and you were not happy with it, then you can return it for free. Plus, they have a whole, sales section on the website and stuff. So there's a way to get good bargains. But What drew me to this website to begin with? So what drew me to the website to begin with is, first of all, the fact it's called We Crochet. So it's like a crochet oriented website, which is not very common. A lot of yarn companies either are, you know, sell yarn in general and then they cater to both knit and crochet, or they cater to both but they lean towards knit, or they very, very clearly cater to knit. So I was really happy with the, you know, We Crochet. Yes, we do crochet. Hello, don't forget about us. We're here, right? Yes, their sister store is Knitpicks, and we will talk about them too. All right, so We Crochet. Let's take a quick look on the websites. They have yarn, they have accessories. Sorry, no, I don't want to sign up for that now. They have a learning center where you can get like different courses and learn to crochet. They are on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Ravelry. And they have a customer service. With personally, I had a a writing back and forth with their customer service about something specific, and they were very responsive and very, very nice. And yes, so their website is very, very easy to navigate. You have yarn very clearly, the yarn tab, and you can press on new yarn lines and see what's new right now, or you can go to new colors for existing yarns that are already existing on the website for a while, but maybe they came out with new colorways to already existing yarns, which is another nice feature. Or you can view all, well, of course, you can filter by weight if you're looking for a specific weight, or you can just view all yarn, which is what we're gonna do now. Because I wanted to show you that they really have pretty much everything, right? So they have your everyday acrylics, they have alpaca and merino and alpaca merino blends and merino superwash merino nylon blends and American wool. And they have cotton, and they have Peruvian Pima cotton. So there's like very, very large selection of fiber, yarn weights, yarn colors. Of course, all their wools are these Ocotex. For us Europeans, it's very, very important. We love our certifications. And I really like the visuality of the website. Like the visual look of it is very appealing. It's very colorful. The front picture of each one of the yarns show a selection of colorways, which in a lot of websites that does not happen. A lot of websites will have the picture for the product with just one colorway, and you'll have to click on it to see the selection of colors. But here you can already get sort of like a sense of the color palette just from looking at the product picture. Plus, their prices are very reasonable. So you get $4.99 for a 100 gram skein of a tweed of acrylic, or you can get a 100 gram cake of baby alpaca merino blend for $18.99, which I think for that fiber, for that price, is very good. Then aside from their home brands, they also sell Lion brand, and they also sell, I saw a few other companies, but I'm not gonna like go specifically one by one to all the companies that they also feature. But they do have a very, very large selection. So I like it that they have a selection of fiber, a selection of colors, a selection of yarn weights, and also like a range of prices. One thing that I wanted to mention is their value packs. So can you see that? So you can get like a complete wool of the Andes worsted value pack. So the whole color palette for $284 or 25% off if you would buy skein by skein. But of course, if you don't want a huge pack, then you have the smaller packs where you can get a value pack of a certain yarn for $20, $55, $67. So if you're working on like a bigger project and you need larger amounts of a certain yarn, their value packs is a good choice. They do lives every Wednesday and giveaways yarns every week, says Chris. And their magazine is beautiful. Yes, we did mention their magazine as well last week when we spoke about magazines, for those of you who remember. So, you know, same company. And Catherine said she loves their yarn. She's not had a great experience with their books with that she got from Knit Picks. Not sure if it was my bad luck or what, but their yarn is great price. I bet their value packs often I buy their value packs often, have never been disappointed. Yes, so I actually ordered a value pack from them because you know, I got to this website, the way that I was introduced to We Crochet is actually through another YouTuber that I follow who is a representative of theirs. Representative means she pretty much gets their yarn for free from the company in order to develop patterns for them or do yarn reviews for them. So whenever a YouTuber or, you know, an influencer does paid promotion, you have to always, you know, think twice before you actually, you know, take what they say for fact, because they do get paid. You know, they get paid to show you that process, product and to make you buy it. So, of course, you know, watching the review, you can say, oh, yeah, that looks great, that looks awesome, but you also need to, like, find other places where this yarn were reviewed where they were not paid for. So Ravelry is a good place, and as I've said, We Crochet are on Ravelry, and you can find a lot of their yarns listed on Ravelry, and then you can look on Ravelry to see what other people said about them. If you're not a fan of Ravelry, then you can also just, you know, Google the specific name of the yarn that you saw in the review or that piqued your interest, and look into what people say about that, or you can check the website itself. And then, of course, so I placed an order for one of their value packs just so that I can try out the yarns, and I was very happy with them. So let's take a quick look, because I did promise you guys that we were going to look at shipping. Okay, so as you can see, inside the US, they say free US shipping on orders over $35. And they're shipping into the US, and they have a different rates for different places in the US and Canada. And then they have shipping and handling for UK. And oh, it does say that they have free shipping to Australia on orders over $100. Free shipping to UK on orders over £40. That's nice too for those of you in the UK. If you order a total of £40 and over is free shipping to the UK. Very, very nice. Free shipping is a limited time offer. Pricing is VAT inclusive. Okay, so for those of you in the UK, yeah, Brexit kind of really screwed you guys over. All right, free shipping to Australia on orders over $100. And then they have like different taxes per province in Canada that you might want to take a look at. Now, I personally, I'm not in any of these companies, any of these countries, but as I've said, I did contact their customer service. I told you guys, you know, I've had words with them and figured out how to, you know, how to get the stuff shipped to me. So, you know, if you're not in any of the companies that are listed on the website, you can check out normally, which is what I understood. You can just check out normally and list your country. But if you want to be, you know, 100% on the shipping costs and everything, just contact customer service. They're very nice, very, very friendly. Hi Mocha, hi, thank you for lurking. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello to everyone coming in. Hi Kim, I hope you're feeling better. Yes, they did. Okay, so We Crochet. As I said, link in the description box below. If you do order from them, I would love to hear, what you got. Tell us about it. Right? Yes, Annika. It is quite a reasonable price. I agree. And take into consideration that Hobby also takes a lot of. I don't know exactly how it works with the UK, but I do. It is my understanding that ever since Brexit, it takes a very long time for orders from Hobby to get to the UK. I don't know. Maybe that changed, but those were the words on their social media right after Brexit. So I have no idea what's going on right now. But a shipment that comes over from from overseas, from across the pond, and that they ship it for free if you get over 40 pounds. And I mean, I know how much the UK the pound is, so I know that it will not be a problem for me to fill up a 40-pound cart on We Crochet. But yeah, so if you do shop on We Crochet, I would appreciate it if you use my link. I am affiliated with them, but as I said, I'm only affiliated with companies that I have tried and believe in. Affiliated with, by the way, does not mean that I am a representative of them. Those are two different things. I am not an influencer for We Crochet. So I am an affiliate. It means if you do buy anything, if I refer people to their website and you buy anything using my link, I get a very small kickback from each one of your purchases, and it is at no cost to you. But I do not get paid from We Crochet to talk about their yarns, and I do not get free things for them to show on my channel. So I'm not like a paid representative of them. I'm only sharing my genuine experience. Hi Samantha, hello, your hobby. You have got you a cone of the great cotton dishy. Oh, nice. Let us know. Did you already work with it? Was it good? You found some very nice fades using their hawthorn yarn. Oh, nice. 4 to 8 days to the UK, says Georgetta. That's a relatively good time. Yes, exactly. Just talk to customer service. Yes, I'm not. Okay, we will talk about Hobby in a bit, Chris. I'm not really an affiliate of them, but I do get point. We'll talk about it in a second. We will get to that. All right. So that was We Crochet. As I've said, sorry, love the yarns. Just the ones I tried. Love the website, the way it is easy to navigate. Love the customer service. They are very, very friendly. Gotta love the prices. I think the prices are reasonable. Of course, this is subjective. And, gotta love the free shipping. I think they have very, very reasonable free shipping rates. Of course, you can always pay for shipping. That's fine. But if you are one of those who like to fill up your carts until you get the free shipping, I think they have a very, very good free shipping rate in terms of you really don't have to get to a fortune. You like it. Yeah, see? So we have some people here in the chat recommending We Crochet if you haven't tried them yet. Their dishy is awesome, says Chris, and so is their Brava. You'll be playing Hobby Bingo later. Hobby Bingo today, I think it's only for those of you in the US and maybe Canada. For us here, Europeans, it's a different day. Hobby now only ships USPS to me free now rather than FedEx. And it also says 99 free shipping, but won't give it free until you put 130 in the cart. Oh, yeah, okay. Again, we will talk about Hobby today. Hobby is on the list there is a lot to address about Hobby. I've been telling you guys for quite a while now that I have a bee hobby right now, but we will talk about that when we get to hobby. Okay, so right now we crochet, as I've said, very highly recommended. If you do shop on the website, I would very much appreciate it if you will be using my affiliate link. But yeah, as I've said, it's just a small kickback. I only get anything if you actually buy something. So if you're just like browsing the website, it's fine too. All right. As someone said before, a sister or We Crochet is actually a branch of Knit Picks. So we're also going to talk about Knit Picks. Since they are pretty much the same company, their website is as easy to navigate. Their customer service is as friendly. But they do have other terms, because Knit Picks is more catering to a little bit higher, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a higher range. Hi, Crystal. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shade of Winter yarn. Which one are you talking about? From the We Crochet? Or... Okay, so Knit Picks. They, of course, on the Knit Picks website, you can pretty much get all the yarns that you can get on We Crochet, but you can also get more. So other types of yarn that are not featured on the We Crochet website. They have like a different feel to the website, if you guys, sort of understand what I'm saying. And again, they have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel, and Pinterest, and you can sign up for their newsletter and get news on, whenever they have a sale and so on. But they do cater more to knitters. You remember We Crochet, we said We Crochet, it calls themselves We Crochet, so they're like oriented towards crocheters. Knit Picks is more oriented towards knitters and dyers. They have a very large collection of yarn for dyers. I just need to remember how to get there. Here, view all yarn. And then if you go here to browse by bear, dye your own. So Knit Picks have a very large selection of fibers and in the yarn to dye section, which since recently Catherine and I had a lot of fun dyeing our own yarns, I definitely had to look into. So they have a very, very large selection. The price per hank for bare yarn is a very, very reasonable price. Talking as someone who has done their research on where to get bare yarns. Yes, talking, relatively, it will probably be more worth it to those dyers who are in the US and Canada than those of us who are overseas. Because of, the price of shipping and all of that coming on top. But they have a very, very good relative price on their bare yarns for those of you who do like to get bare yarn to dye. It's nicer than sugar and cream. I have no idea what sugar and cream is. I'm sorry. From my last video. That is a good question where you can get it. I don't know what websites that ship internationally stock that yarn. Those are like all the ones that I showed on my last video are European brands. That specific one that you're talking about was Schachmeyer, and Schachenmeier do not have an online shop. So there are online websites that sell Schachenmeier, but I haven't come across it online on any website that ships internationally yet. Is it me, or is We Crochet and Knitpicks kind of playing on the stereotypes of fancier knitter? Yes, they definitely are, Alice. They definitely are playing on the, like, you know, fancier yarns are for knitting, which I personally really don't agree with. I think us crocheters, we can definitely use fancier yarns in our crochet as well. But you know, nobody's stopping you as a crocheter to shop on Knitpicks, right? But there's like, yeah, there's like a stereotype that crocheters don't spend as much money on yarn as knitters, and maybe their, you know, division of the websites that way sort of like embodies that. You love that they have a video for each yarn explaining it, and they show a swatch of how it works out. Yes, I love that too. I think it's very, very important. Not enough yarn companies do that. Any opinion on Hobium yarns? Only bad ones, Samantha. So if you're looking for recommendations, this is not the right channel to get them on. Sugar and Cream is a brand of cotton. Yeah, I know. I just don't like. I know of it. I just don't know it. You want to live in the bin of that yarn. Sugar and Cream is bottom barrel cotton. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. All right, now I understand where you're going with this. All right, so yeah, we all prefer to get better cotton, right? Like not what we call kitchen cotton. I call it kitchen cotton. Like kitchen cotton is like the worst kind of cotton. It's like what I would use to make dishcloths because I can't use it for anything else. All right, so yeah, back to Knitpicks. A very large selection of bare yarn, different yarn weights, again, different fibers, just like when we talked about We Crochet. You can even get a sock blank for those of you who are dyers or have bought sock blanks in the past and you know what I'm talking about. But I love the huge selection of fiber. You see, they have like silk, they have tweed, they have plant-based, they have protein-based, they have with fluff, without fluff, bulky, fingering weight, mini skeins, super skeins, very, very large collection. So for those of you who are dabbling in yarn dyeing, I would definitely recommend checking out getting your yarn at Knitpicks. Again, as just like We Crochet, they have their sell section on the website, which you can always get good deals on. You know, they have clearance, things that are currently on, you know, getting out of they're taking them out of the website. They have bare yarn on discount. They have different notions, and currently they have sock yarn on sale, but that changes. They have something else every time. They also have a book section where you can get different, you know, pattern books or just regular knitting crochet books. But yeah, reasonable prices. Very often they have sales. Pretty much from what I saw and from what I checked on the website, they pretty much have a different, like a sale on different items going on every week. So it's something that's like worth looking back into. And the shipping situation is the same as what we mentioned with We Crochet, because as I said, they're pretty much the same company. Kitchen cotton makes great tapestry wall hanging because it's so stiff, says Catherine. Well, Samantha, you have come to the right live stream, because we are talking about great places to get good yarn. Hobium is not on the list, by the way. Which one would you recommend for hypoallergenic dyeing? You mean which yarn? Plant-based yarns. The way knit lays make me want to learn. Oh, you want to learn knitting? It's worth it, I think. I mean, I am a knitter too, for those of you who do not know. You just received a We Crochet order of Brava worsted 100% premium acrylic yarn, planned to make a Doctor Who scarf. Oh, I love those. I love those. A Doctor Who scarf baby blanket. Oh, that's an interesting take. Really cool. I would love to see that when it's finished. I hope that you are a member of our Facebook group, and if you're not, please join, and then, you know, show us things that you make. See you later, Crystal. Sock blanks are fun. They are. I'm glad you guys like the dress. All right. So, yes, knit picks. All right. Yeah. Again, they are, as I've said, like sister companies, but for the more, you know, sophisticated yarns, and of course yarns to dye, go to Knit Picks. For the you know, other, let's say, again, high quality, because all the yarn is very good quality, but I do find that the prices on We Crochet are a little, again, relative, a little lower to Knit Picks, although the ones on Knit Picks are still very affordable comparing to what the yarn that they are selling is. Okay, all good quality, and yeah, of course, I said they are sister companies. I have ordered from both of them before. If you can find your country on their website, right there, customer service, they're very, very nice. And they will, you know, find a solution for you. And yeah, so as I've said, I would highly appreciate it if you use my links. You don't have to, but I appreciate it if you do shop on there. And, you know, especially if you're a person who shop there regularly, like if this is one of your go-to websites to buy yarn, I would really appreciate it if when you go buy, click on my link first before you, and then shop. You know, it's just something small that helps me keep my channel alive. If you're a crocheter learning to knit, says Chris, I always recommend continental knitting. I believe it's more intuitive for crocheter. I switched after learning to crochet. Yes, I actually learned to knit like from my grandma. I did not learn continental. And I tried to switch to continental because everyone was telling me it's like, as a crocheter, it will be easier for me. But I think because I knitted a different way for such a long time, it's very hard for me to get. Samantha says she likes Kartopu mercerized cotton in olive but can't find any more. Kartopu, that's hobium, right? Like, that's a Kartopu is a Turkish brand which I think only sells internationally on Hobium. I think. I haven't seen it sold internationally on other websites yet. Hi Kat, welcome back. All right. So, those were the first two We Crochet knit picks. They're sort of the same but different, and I hope that at least for some of you it was a new addition to your websites to buy yarn on. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not there, subscribe to the channel, please subscribe down below. If you were here last week and you forgot to come back to the video to comment to get into the giveaway, you have until the end of today's live to do that. Okay, so we talked about We Crochet and knit picks, and the next website that I want to talk to you guys about also wasn't featured on the last edition of this topic, and it is Lovecrafts. Now, okay, I'm gonna bring up the website and then I'm gonna talk specifically. Hi Kat. Continental is too slow, says Catherine. And Alice is saying, I learned knit first and took me a while to get the hang of it, but kept with it. Now I'm curious to see continental knitting will be easier for me now that you also crochet. Okay. Well, for me personally, it wasn't. All right. So All right, Lovecrafts. So Lovecraft is a UK-based website, but they do ship internationally. And if you are in Europe, when you go to the website, you will very likely be routed into the version of the website that is catering to your country. They're not all the same. However, I did find that even if, like for me, I'm from Germany, and when I go on the website, they route me to the German website. But if I choose, because they ask you, if I choose to stay on the UK website, other than the fact that the prices will be showing in pounds instead of in euros, I can still shop and check out regularly and get my my yarn in Germany. So you don't have to. So if you go on the website and they ask you, would you like to be rerouted to the, I don't know, Czech, Swedish, Norwegian, Polish website, you don't have to say yes. You can, but you don't have to. You can still shop regularly on the UK website as well. Annika says she would like to buy from Rito, but I don't because I don't feel they give enough information. It's always we don't have information. I have ordered cotton a handful of times and I have been pleased. We will talk about Rito when we get to Rito. You learned knit English style. The switch was easy because you pick. All right, continental is much faster. It's very individual. Yes, Schachenmeier does have a lot of, you know what, we can check if they have that one yarn that we were talking about. So, Lovecrafts, they ship internationally. Their regular prices are okay, like they are not more cheap or more expensive than other websites. When you go on the websites, this is so my personal tip. So they have the home page, which is, you know, what you will see when you get on the website. Right now, they basically have everything on sale, 20% off, and more when you find it. I'm not sure what that means right now, but they always have some kind of sale going. But here's what I recommend doing. So if you want to first know the deals of the week, because they really change their deals, sometimes even daily, but very, very often, what you do is you go on the homepage and then you go here, offers. And when you click on offers, it will give you all the current, would you like to get 15% off your, no, it's not my first order. You will get all the current discounts and offers, special offers that they have at the moment. So right now it seems like they have ends March 26. That already ended, but it's still on the website. So I guess they decided to to keep it for longer. 20% off on pretty much everything, or sorry, or 30% off exclusives, so special craft supplies that are 30% off. Then they have 50% off simplicity patterns, and then they have their 5 stars buys deals. These deals change weekly. And every time you will find a different selection of yarns in that section. All of which yarns that buyers classified as 5 stars yarns. And they would change. So every week there will be a different selection of yarn on that section that are currently discounted. All right. So when you shop on the UK website, you will get your prices in pounds, but you can change that to all the way up in the corner. You can choose the currency that you want. And as you can see, as I've said, they ship worldwide, so they have every possible currency. And here is something that made me very happy. They do ship to Israel. So once I move, I can still continue getting my yarns from Lovecrafts. Yes, that's very good because I really like shopping on Lovecrafts. So yeah, looking... Oh, sorry, something is in my throat. Looking on the website, they classify their yarns some way to knit and crochet. I'm not sure why some yarns are considered knit, some yarns are considered crochet, but if you're looking for a specific yarn, you can just click it in here. And let's look for Schachenmeier yarns, because someone was asking about Shades of Winter. Let's see if you can get it on here. This Schachenmeier Catania, I showed you this on my video as well. Merino Extra Fine, I showed that on my video too. I don't see it yet. Tahiti, I'm actually currently working with the Tahiti yarn in that exact color that you see here. I'm making a skirt with it. But you know what? Let's filter it here. Let's say we only want to see yarns with Schachenmeier. That will make it easier. Cotton for Future is a very good yarn. Mohair Dream, that's similar, but it's not what we want. This is another Merino Extra Fine. Dinora, I showed you guys that one on the video as well. So you can see pretty much most of the yarns that I showed you guys from Schachenmeier on my video, you can get here, but not that Shade of Winter, probably because, as I've mentioned on the video, it's currently being discontinued. So either they already sold out of it, or, you know, maybe it was never available to begin with. But yeah, so Lovecrafts, this is another website that I highly recommend to check out. I think they have a very, very good selection. And you can also shop by brand, which is something that I do on their website very often when I specifically look for a specific yarn. So I would shop for specifically King Cole or something like that. You can do that too. All right, so Carrie saying she buys Paintbox Cotton DK for amigurumi on Lovecrafts when it's on sale. I love Paintbox yarn. Mocha is saying she could wallpaper a room with all the yellow bags that she got from Lovecrafts. Hi Linda, thanks for lurking, and hi Yarnbarf, welcome in, welcome, and welcome to everyone coming in. When am I moving? In July. Jess is saying you like all the yarn crafts, but continental knitting allows me to do other things at the same time, like read, walk, watch TV. Yeah, it is one of the things. Wool Warehouse is also a great place with very fast delivery, says Linda. Yes, Wool Warehouse is a very good one, but I personally think that they have, well, when you look at their prices, I think they are a little pricier than Lovecrafts in terms of the same yarn, different price. You mourn Shades of Winter. Should we take a moment of silence for that discontinued yarn? It will be missed. Okay. Right. Yes, we can open a support group for people who like Shades of Winter. Can't get them anymore. Okay, so Lovecrafts. Now I buy a lot on Lovecrafts, as I said. I really love King Cole yarns, and we don't have those here in Germany, so I get all my King Cole yarns from Lovecrafts, as well as other British brands. Of course, I don't get my Schachenmeier there because I get my Schachenmeier here in Germany. But I specifically buy British brands on Lovecrafts. Plus, I buy paint box yarns there and Stylecraft. I have shown quite a lot of Stylecraft yarn that I got from them in the past on my channel. And I have shown things that I made with different King Cole yarns that I got from them on my channel. And I have, posts on Instagram if you want to like see different King Cole yarns worked up. I'm pretty sure I posted one or two of the makes that I made on there. But yeah, I highly recommend Lovecrafts, and because it is a company that I 100% recommend, I also am affiliated with them. I know there are a few of you who normally use my link when shopping on Lovecraft, and I highly, highly appreciate it, and thank you all very much. But if you are, looking to try it out, or you do shop regularly and you didn't know, I would highly recommend, the website, and I would highly appreciate it if you use my link when you shop on there. It will sag, yeah. Yes, but little knits don't ship worldwide. We need an underground yarn store. Underground yarn store. Black market. Sell yarn on the black market. All right. So next up on my list is, and someone was asking about it before, yarn on AliExpress. Okay. Now here we need to take a longer look. Okay. How do we mourn discontinued yarn? Put a bunch of stitch markers in a cup and pour them out onto the floor. Yes. Yes, exactly. We take our crochet hooks and we cross them and we say a prayer for our lost yarns. Yeah, eBay. This might be controversial, but Ice Yarn says a yarn called Mohair Pastel that is very similar to Shades of Winter. That is possible. We will look at it in a second. We'll talk about ice yarns, but let's talk AliExpress. Okay, so AliExpress. AliExpress is something you need to know how to work with. Now, not all the yarn that you will get on AliExpress will be good. You do need to consider AliExpress, most of it, like 99% of it, is like stuff made in China. And a lot of the yarns, even though it will say something very, very fancy, it will actually just be some 100% very, very cheap acrylic. So you really need to look into the listings before purchasing on AliExpress, but you can get very, very good deals. You're in love with King Cole Cotton Soft? Yes, very good. No, they don't have their own website, Alice. They do have their own websites, but they don't sell yarn on their website. Their website is pretty much like just showing their yarn collection. But let me tell you how to shop for yarn on AliExpress. Now, just for the purpose of the demonstration, I'm just going to write yarn in the search so that we will just get some results, and then I will explain to you. Okay, so first things first is, of course, the picture. If the picture is bad, the yarn you're getting is not going to be any better. They're missing a trick by not cutting. Yeah, okay, so if the picture already, if you look at the picture and it already looks like cheap acrylic, like this, or this, then it probably is. But then you have, for example, this yarn here. It says 100% wool yarn rainbow color. The names of products in AliExpress, you know, they are debatable. But let's just take a look at it real quick. So this says 100% wool yarn rainbow color for hand knitting, crochet, hand woven, thickness, woolen yarn, bunch of stuff. First thing I do is I look at this. This actually kind of look like Lion Brand landscapes, is it? Or is that what it's called? It actually looks a lot like Carnival from Hobbii. I mean, from the picture. When I look at the picture, the yarn really resembles Hobbii Carnival yarn, and it actually has some of the similar shades actually. Like I could swear this is a colorway on Hobbii. And then you can flip between the colors. This is also definitely a colorway on Hobbii. And see what it looks like. So from the look of the yarn in the picture to the, you know, trained eye, it sort of looks the same. Now, what you have to do is you gotta go to the description and read it carefully. Okay? So, it does say colors may be a bit different. Yeah, well, you are buying yarn on AliExpress and not some big shot wool company, okay? Errors may exist. Once again, this is AliExpress. It does say that it is 100% wool. So, and here you have to like be wary because sometimes the title will say wool, but when you look at the listing itself, it will say it's actually acrylic or something else. So here it does say the yarn is 100% wool. Specifications. Each ball is 50 grams, 180 meters, okay? So 50 grams, 180 meters. It's not a 100-gram ball. It's something to know when you order, not that you get it and you're like, oh, I thought it was bigger. And it has 180 meters. They do have the recommended needle size and everything. It looks like they classify it as like a sport weight yarn. I think that with 50 grams, 180 meters, it probably is somewhere between a sport and a DK, probably leaning more towards the DK weight. But you really need to read the description, okay? They show you here in the picture that the yarn is thick and thin. So at some places it's thicker and at some places it's thinner. Once again, that is a lot like Hobbii Carnival. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same yarn, just woven, wound into 50-gram balls. See, they show it to you again so that you wouldn't be like surprised when you get it. The yarn goes from thick to thin. Then they show you the colorways again up close. And when you scroll down all the way at the bottom, you will see reviews of people who bought it. And this is where the important part comes in. Look at the reviews of the people read what they say and look at pictures, because people will post pictures of what their item looked like when they got it. And you can open these pictures and flip through them to see what it actually looks like. Does it actually look like the picture? Some people are even nicer and they will put pictures of something they made with it, so you can see how the yarn works up. But just generally read the reviews. And any website, and this is not just AliExpress, but any website that has people leaving reviews, go to the lowest star review and read it. Okay, so look for, if there's a 1-star review or 2-star review, go to that review and read what they were saying. It's very, very important. Okay, that's how you know. All right, let's see. You guys talked about what I was showing something else. Shachanmeyer has a website without shop. That's what I was saying. It looks like Red Hot Unforgettable, says D. If you make a mistake and get rough yarn, you can always make pet blankets for an animal shelter, says Annika. Thanks for being here, Linda. I appreciate it. Yes, that is another thing, Catherine. On AliExpress, I would not buy yarn that doesn't have that much information on there. So like if you press on the listing and it doesn't have a very large portion of information and comments from buyers on there, don't buy it. Don't be the first one to try it. So yeah. Sometimes the picture, so this is a yarn that I actually can talk to its nature, because this is a yarn that I also posted on Facebook a few months ago. This specific yarn that you see here, this is a yarn that was available from Rito, or still is actually available from Rito. The same factory that manufactures it sold it to Rito, and Rito sells it on the website, also sells it directly from the manufacturer. So those of you who, for example, cannot order on Rito because you're not inside Europe, you can order the same yarn from AliExpress. It is exactly the same yarn. This specific yarn is a yarn that I actually know to say that it is exactly the same. You can see that it has the same colorway, the same construction, the same everything. It looks exactly the same on the pictures. When you read the information, it says the exact same thing. Here, I would be wary though, because it says that the composition is cotton. The composition of this yarn is not just cotton. It is a cotton blend, and it is something that you should know. You wouldn't know it from looking at the listing. But this is just an example to how the listings on AliExpress you need to like be wary with. Instead of saying what blend of fiber it is, it only says cotton, and that is not right. That is not correct. But they do have some pictures of what the different colorways look like when they work up, which is very, very important, very, very nice. Not everyone has it. And then they have the reviews, and it does not surprise me that this product only has 5-star reviews, because it's a very good yarn. I know it. I can recommend it. But that is a good example for a product that you would not know exactly what you're getting by just reading the description, because it does say cotton. But to the trained eye, you know, for those of you who have worked with yarn before in your lives, looking at this picture and how the yarn look and that fluff that it has to it and that halo, it cannot be 100% cotton. We don't know a yarn that's not 100% cotton that actually looks like that. So it makes sense that something in the listing is a little off. But yeah, so as a whole, my top tips for shopping for yarn on AliExpress is look at the pictures. If the picture doesn't look good, the yarn wouldn't look good. If the picture does look good, read the entire print, all the little whatever is written in the description, and then go and read the comments and look at pictures. Don't buy yarns that don't have comments on them, and definitely, you know, don't be the first one to purchase something from a certain store on AliExpress. You don't want to be the first one to try it. I just want to tell you that you can get pretty much any kind of yarn on AliExpress. This is a good example. Again, those are the 100% cotton cakes, same as the ones that you get on Hobby. It says here that they are 300 grams. They're actually 250 grams. It's something that you wouldn't know until you get them. And you have a lot of, at least in the last few months, you get more and more hand-dyed yarn on AliExpress. None right now that I can. Let me just write real quick. Hand-dyed yarn. See, you can get things like this that are like hanks of hand-dyed yarn. You can see from the pictures, just from looking at it, it looks like it's a good quality. It does say that it's 100% merino, and it does have 131 reviews, 224 orders. So you can see this is something that actually is, you know, reliable. It is a reliable listing. They have pictures showing how the yarn works up, which is another plus. They have a large range of colors. And when you go all the way, of course, they have a lot of small prints, but good information. So it actually says how to wash the item. It does say 100% merino. It does say 100 grams. And it does say exactly all the specification of the thickness of the yarn, of the washing instructions, the needle that you need, suggestions for what to do with it. They even show you wrap per inch. They show you how many skeins to get in order to make a certain item. And they even have information about their merino. And when you go all the way to the bottom, all the way at the bottom, you will be able to see people's reviews, and they will post pictures of how it actually looks when they get it. And they will sometimes show pictures of things that they made with it. It's always, you know, when a yarn has so many good reviews and so many pictures of, you know, people posting that they actually bought it, that is the good sign that you want to look for. That's how you shop on AliExpress. When buying from AliExpress, I assume it's all fake. Says Carrie. Shades of Winter, 85% acrylic, 10% wool, 5% mohair, mohair pastel, 10% mohair, 15% wool, 75 acrylic. Yeah, they are similar. They sound similar. Hi, Jana. Thanks for lurking. Good afternoon to everyone coming in. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up for the video. You would just ask people to please not buy mohair or angora on AliExpress. I'm sure there aren't cruelty-free. Yes, that is something that you should definitely consider. Anything that is mohair or angora and comes from China is probably not cruelty-free. Can you imagine a mall of yarn? Yes, I can. That would be dreamy. Okay, so as I've said, AliExpress, it is a good source to get good yarn for a very reasonable price. You just need to know what to look for. It's like finding the needle in the haystack, right? It's like finding that one listing that's actually a genuine listing, and you can actually get enough information before you get the yarn so that you wouldn't be disappointed, because there are enough, you know, examples out there for I bought this on AliExpress, this is what I ordered, and this is what I actually got, and you don't want to become one of those memes, right? So yeah. Now, there's a lot to be said for buying on AliExpress or on Wish in general. I personally shop a lot on AliExpress. I've said, like, I think I've mentioned it numerous times last year that I have an affiliate link for AliExpress. So if you shop on AliExpress regularly, I would really appreciate it if you do it using my link. I get like a cent or 2 cents every time someone uses my link. So it's really like I do not get rich off of AliExpress, but every tiny thing helps when it comes to, you know, keeping my channel going and getting stuff for the channel and shipping out prizes to winners, which I do a lot. So if you do shop on AliExpress regularly, not just for yarn, for anything, because I know people buy anything on AliExpress. So if you buy anything off of AliExpress, I would highly appreciate it if you use my link when you do that. If you specifically use it to buy yarn, then I would also love to see what you got. And, you know, share with us on the Facebook group and let us know this is something that I bought off of AliExpress and it's actually genuine and good and I would recommend it, or this is a listing that I would not go near. We would all appreciate the input. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group yet, come and join us. And if you are a member, don't be afraid to post on the Facebook group. I mean, everything. It's a yarny group. Yeah. Okay, so should we just move on to the next one? Are you guys tired? Do you want to hear more? Let me know. Hi to everyone coming in. Thank you for joining in. I highly appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up when you walk in the door. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe down below. Thank you, Carrie. I highly appreciate it when you use my link. Thanks. Yes, it is very easy to do. You just click on it and then you shop regularly. Catherine's saying she got some very nice bamboo yarn from AliExpress. I actually have some AliExpress yarn here. Or did I pack it already? No, I have it. 1 second. Right? We don't bite much. 1 second. These are actually 2 cakes of yarn from AliExpress. Don't worry, we will get to Hobie. They are on the list. Speak yarny goodness to us. Yes, I will. Don't worry. I'm keeping my channel. These are actually 2 yarns that I got on AliExpress. They are 100% acrylic, but they are really soft acrylic, very, very nice. Like you can imagine that it's not the highest quality acrylic. Like I wouldn't make something out of it that should be like an heirloom blanket or something like that. Like I would probably use them for, I don't know, a baby item or something that's like worn a few times and then the child grows out of it. You can make beanies out of them, or like scarves, sets of scarves and beanies, like something that you wear for a while, then it wears off and you don't feel terrible getting rid of it. But for those kind of items, it's really good yarn. It's very, very soft. The colors are nice and vibrant. I mean, yeah, it's not the highest quality acrylic, but for the price that I paid for it, it's like, it's a joke. So yeah, you can definitely get some cool stuff on AliExpress. Hi to everyone coming in. If those cake came from Ali, do you think they will sag? They might. Come to the Facebook page. You guys. My mods. Seriously. All right, so next one I wanted to talk about, I did mention before, and I said there is one website on the list that only ships inside Europe, and I also have something to say about that, but that is Rito. Now, I have yarn reviews for yarns that I got on Rito on my channel. I buy from Rito very, very often. I'm also affiliated with them, so if you do shop on their website, again, I would highly recommend. I would highly appreciate if you do it using my link. However, it will melt. Yes, it will melt. However, Rito only ships inside Europe. They do have a small, quite big flick that we discovered. They apparently consider Ireland to be a part of the UK, not Northern Ireland, but the rest of Ireland. And they, for some reason, if you put your location to Ireland, they will calculate your price in pound, and will also direct you to the UK website, which, due to Brexit and everything, is, or could be, and probably is problematic to those of you like Alice who are in Ireland and are actually a part of the EU and not of the UK, when it comes to taxes, shipping, handling, and so on. So they weren't very nice when we tried to, or when Alice tried to converse to them about that, and Alice sort of shared with me her experience, and I was very disappointed of them of that. I did talk to my contact at Rito and explain the situation to her. She doesn't have a lot to say in the matter, but she did promise to like look into why things are done the way they are done. Maybe they changed it. Maybe, you know, I haven't checked. I have to be honest, I haven't had time to actually check if whatever we did and whatever we talked to them about made any difference. But, so yeah, it's a big downsize, I think, for the fact that they do not acknowledge that not all of Ireland is UK, and there are Irish customers who would like to still shop regularly because they are a part of the EU and were not affected by Brexit, or don't need to be affected by Brexit. I think this might be a matter of time. Maybe some websites are still adjusting. But for the rest of you Europeans, I really, really, really recommend Rito. And I will talk about why exactly in a second. Good evening to everyone coming in. Goodbye to everyone leaving. Hi, Sonia. Hello. Yeah, so Rito. You are currently looking at the German website. When you will go to the website, link, as I've said in the description box below, it will be in German. You can either use your browser translator to translate the website, or change the website to the language that you want using your browser settings. But please don't tell me that in our day and age you are wary of shopping on a certain website just because it's in a different language. There are so many technological wonders these days to help you to translate it to your language. And as I said, they do ship all over Europe, and they have very good prices, so don't let that be the barrier. They currently have a spring cleaning, which is a very big discount, or a very large amount of their products. But I want to show you, when you go to the yarn section, you can shop on their website by brand, yarn brand, by what do you need the yarn for. So are you shopping for wearables, shawls, toys, and so on, like to make with a yarn? You have accessories of different kinds. You can shop specifically for effect yarn, so the yarns that are either gradient with glitter, with reflectors. You can buy yarn packages. You can search for specifically organic yarns, specifically acrylic yarn, only bamboo yarn, only cotton yarn, only chenille. So you can really like use whatever kind of filter that you want. They have hand-dyed yarn. They do hold Manos del Uruguay, for those of you who like that, like me. They have tencel yarn. Look at this. See? Lysol, tencel. So yeah, you can pretty much shop by whatever you want. We're gonna go to Yarn by brand so that you can see all the different amazing brands that they hold. So they have BC Yarn, which is a very, very, very good company. They have Cowgirls Blues. You remember that we talked about yarn companies from around the world. We got to talk about yarn companies from Africa, and we talked about Cowgirl Blues, which is specifically a hand-dyed yarn company from South Africa. They sell their yarns here on Rito. They have Dale Yarn, Erica Knight, Do Store Alpaca, which is specifically alpaca yarns. They have Drops, DMC, so a lot of European brands. Gepard, they have Hiete, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Hooked. They have Infinity Hearts, which is their home brand. So Infinity Hearts is Rito yarn. And then they have Lemmy, Kremke, Jerbo, for those of you who like cookie yarn from Hobie. That's a Jerbo or Yabo yarn. They have Lopi, which you may have seen Crystal Begode show that yarn. Navia, Mayflower, Manos del Uruguay, Lana Grossa. Oh, I love that yarn company, Lana Grossa. They have Nordic Sky, which is a Norwegian company. Opal, which is one of the biggest European companies for sock yarn, for those of you who knit or crochet socks. Rico Designs, I showed you guys Rico Designs yarn on my latest video. It's another German company. Viking Yarn is another Norwegian company. And of course, Hippies. Yeah, so they have a very, very, very large range of mostly European brands, but also not. And as you could see, almost each one of their yarn tabs have this yellow 58% off, 36% off. You know, the prices are really, really, really good for what those yarns are. Again, as I said, they sell mostly European brands, mostly very known European brands, but you can get them for very, very good prices on Rito. Right, there's no such thing as yarn barrier, language barrier, yeah. Okay, see you, Georgetta. Thank you for everyone who's leaving. Thanks for being here. None of anyone's business, yes. Hobby bingo for everyone who is doing that. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, Rito, as I've said, very, very good options for the European amongst you. They ship all over Europe for very, very, very good prices. I know that shipping to Germany, if you over a certain amount, is free, and if you are under that amount, it's only like 4 euros for the shipping. It's like some ridiculous price. All the way here at the bottom, we can go to Lieferinformation and you could see all the different countries that they ship to. It says if you buy over 59 euros, shipping is free. Everything that's under 59 euros is €4.50 with DHL. So yeah, Austria, Belgium, Spain, Finland, France, Greece, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, the Czech Republic, the UK, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Ireland. Oh, look! Ireland is separated here. Romania, Slovakia, Schweiz, which is Switzerland. Iceland. What is Iceland? It's not Iceland. That's German for... Where is Sonia? Sonia, what's Iceland? Yeah, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Hungary, Slovenia, Ukraine, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Greenland. No, Greenland. Really? Iceland and yeah, so quite a lot of different European countries. Keep missing stuff because I'm in the middle of making olive bread. Okay, well, enjoy that. Yes, they do have shipping to Austria. Iceland is Estonia. Yes, thank you. No, it's not Iceland. Iceland is Iceland. Estland, Estonia. Yes, thank you very much. So as you can see, they really ship all over Europe. They have very, very good shipping prices. Very, very good prices for yarn. And for those of you in Europe, I really highly, highly recommend them. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about Villerita. And Villerita, I'm really going to talk about them very, very, very quickly because I did feature them the last time that I did the yarns for good prices live. So I'm just very, very quickly going to say this is a very, very good source for Turkish company yarns, Turkish yarn companies. So Yarn Art, Himalaya, Nako, Alize, those are all Turkish yarn companies or yarn companies that are based in Turkey. Villerita sells all of them. There's a very special code to viewers of my channel. It's in the description box below. So if you do buy from them, you can use that code every time you purchase on their website and you will get a discount. And they sell pretty much the entire collection of yarn from each one of the companies that I just mentioned. Turkish yarn companies are very, very good. They have very, very good high quality yarns. They have all kinds of very special yarns like this one, the Alize Puffy More, where you can, make designs without using hooks or needles. It's like loop yarn. And they have an entire collection of designs for that. So for those of you who were wondering how to work that yarn and everything. And they have amazing prices. So for example, for those of you who do not know, I've been saying it over and over and over and over again. Yarn Art yarns, Yarn Art flowers or Yarn Art rose gardens are pretty much the equivalent of the Hobie Twister and the Hobie Sultan cakes. It's exactly the same yarns. Made in the same factory, sold under a different brand, and the Villerita offers these same cakes for less than half the price that Hobie does. So, this is definitely a very, very good priced website. They ship internationally. You gotta check them out. The website is in English. You can change the currency to whatever currency it is in your country. And yeah, you really gotta check them out. They might list the country, but they're still pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, Alice. I mean, we both talked to them. It's hope they listen. Pretzels and beer is good. We love our yarn in Ireland. Yeah, exactly. Their loss, right? There is enough of other websites. So yeah, Vilrita, nothing changed since the last time I talked about them. They are still very, very good. I just thought I'll feature them really quick for those of you who weren't here last year, didn't hear me talk about them in the past. They also sell yarns from other companies, but mainly Turkish-based companies and their entire collection. So very, very, very good prices, shipping worldwide. And as I've said, there's also a discount code for viewers of my channel. So link and discount code are in the description box below. And now the next one I'm going to talk about very, very quickly again, because I already mentioned them last time, is Pleta. I kind of feel last year I featured Pleta on the live that I did about where to get yarn for good prices, and I felt really like I was annoyed. I featured Pleta. I talked about them very in length, and like mentioned, I also have a discount code for them, by the way. It's also in the description box below. But I mentioned Pleta. I contacted them before and I told them that I'm going to mention them, which is how I got the discount code for you guys, which is still good and you can still use it every time you shop on their website. But I showed the website. I talked about it in length. I showed all the different yarns that they feature, things that you rarely find on other websites. There are some companies that I didn't find anywhere online other than on Pleta. And then a few weeks after, another YouTuber who has a bigger channel than mine purchased something from Pleta, showed what they purchased, and everyone was like, "Oh, I gotta check out their website. I gotta check out." I was like, "I talked about it first." No, I'm not serious. It's not like it's YouTube. We all shop at the same websites and it's totally fine. I was just annoyed. It's like, no, I discovered them. But yeah, I still love them. I buy from Pleta a lot and I highly recommend you to buy from Pleta. They are based in Bulgaria. And again, a huge selection of yarn for very good prices. And the discount code, as I've said, nothing changed since the last time I talked about them. They still offer a very good selection of brands. You can see they feature Stanley yarns, which are those amazing cakes that I think Crystal from Bego Day bought them at the beginning of the year, or showed them at the beginning of the year. And Judy also showed it on hers. Stanley yarns, those are those amazing cakes. Then Alize, which I just mentioned, is a Turkish company, as well as Yarn Art and Nako, same as on Vilrita. Then they have Bulgaria KA, which is I guess a local Bulgarian brand. They have Gazelle, which is another very good Turkish brand. They also sell Noro and Katia, Marisol, Papatia, and Etrofil. So those are all, like, if you live in Europe, those names speak to you. If you live anywhere in the world, Noro should tell you something because it's Noro. But they sell all of these for very good prices. When you press on just the yarns tab without choosing something specific, it will go by default. And most of the time, the yarns that are on top will be the newest one that are added to the website. But you can see that they have really very good, very reasonable prices. They sell those amazing cotton cakes, gradient cakes, for just €9.71. They have Noro, which is normally very, very pricey, for 17 euros for 100 grams. It's like literally nothing for those of us here in Europe who knows how much Noro costs in the stores. And yeah, as I've said, they feature all those really, really great companies, and they have very, very good prices on all of them. So again, in the Pleta field, nothing changed. They are still good. I just, they're still worth mentioning because they are still one of the best companies to buy yarn from in Europe. And they ship internationally. Yes. Pleta is cheaper than Vilrita. Just placed an order. Yay! Right? Thank you for the medal. I will cherish it. Oh man, I have something in my throat. Please excuse me for a second. Don't know what's going on, and I don't want to die on the live because that would be like a shame. Yeah, but definitely check out Pleta. Very, very, very good prices. And don't forget to use your discount code because then it's even cheaper. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about ice yarns. Now, really, I don't want to say a lot about ice yarns because I'm currently in a disagreement with them. I do shop on Ice Yarns. I used to shop there a lot more. I think the way they calculate their prices and shipping is a little misleading because you think you're buying something very cheap, but then they slip that like enormous shipping cost on top of it, and then in the end, it's just like any other buying anywhere else. But Ice Yarns, it's like a factory to customer website. So when you buy on Ice Yarn, you're actually buying directly for the manufacturer. And Ice Yarns is the main manufacturer for yarns for a lot of very big companies. So it is very common that you will look at yarns on Ice Yarns and you will see yarns that look a lot like yarns that you can get from Premier, Hobie, from Yarnispirations, different brands, so different brands that are under Yarnispirations, from King Cole sometimes, sorry, and others. So a lot of very big brands buy from Ice Yarns or have their yarns manufactured through Ice Yarns, and then Ice Yarns sell like shelf stock, how is it called? Oh man, I'm losing my words again. But then they sell that off on their websites. So yeah, Alice, you spotted the Ogos. Yeah, one of the yarns that they manufacture is the very ridiculous Ogo yarn, which I wouldn't buy even when it's on discount, but everyone does their own thing. So yeah, they do manufacture for some of the biggest yarn companies. And when shopping on Ice Yarns, a lot of times, because they have such a huge range of yarns, because they do manufacture a lot of yarns, you need to know what to look for. Yeah, you need to know what to look for. So you need to, it's very hard to go on the website and just shop around. Plus, you don't want to shop the yarns that are named sale or winter or something like that, because those are mostly very, very bad, cheap yarns. Because you need to remember they are a very big yarn manufacturer, and they manufacture for a very large amount of companies, and not all of them are like high quality top shelf yarns. So you need to know what you're shopping for. And when you know what you're shopping for, you can get some very, very good high quality yarns on there. So my personal, again, this is my personal experience. I don't shop the sale on Ice Yarn because most of the time the sale is not high quality. If you are new to the website and you never shopped on Ice Yarns before and you just want to get a feel, but you don't want to like buy something that you wouldn't use the top sellers tab, and then it will show you their top sellers. So what everyone's buying right now in terms of yarn. You can also use the categories tab, and there you will find amigurumi yarns, so what they consider to be yarns that are good for amigurumis, or baby yarns, or cake yarns if you like specifically shopping for cake yarns because you're looking for, you know, that kind of like twister or sultan yarns from Hobby or mandala yarns from Lion Brand. That is where you'll get them. Just press on the cakes yarns. There you have the cakes wool, which is 80% acrylic, 20% wool, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that is Lion Brand mandala, like their classic mandala. And then they have the same in 100% acrylic. And then they have this one. This is Cakes Puzzle. Cakes Puzzle is 55% cotton and 45% anti-peeling acrylic, and that is like those cakes on Hobby, gradient cakes, you know, from one color to the next, and they have different colorways. So yeah, it's easier to shop on Ice Yarns when you know what you're looking for. If you're just going on the website to window shop, it's going to be a lot harder to find things, and it's going to be a lot harder to find something that you like. The reason it's like that is because us, us crocheters and knitters, we are not their audience. They sell to companies. They are a factory, a mill, a yarn mill making yarns for yarn companies, and their website selling the rest. So what leftovers, let's say this way, and we are not their big money. So you and I shopping on the Ice Yarn website, the, I don't know, $300 order that I will place with them is not what keeps their doors open, okay? We are not their target audience. We are just buying off their leftovers. We are just buying something that would otherwise sit in a warehouse on a shelf. You understand? So they don't have customer service. They don't have any kind of communication. They are like, get the yarn from the shelf, ship it to whoever bought it. That's it. Nothing in the middle. They have no reason to have their website appealing or easy to navigate because they don't actually really care. So if you buy on Ice Yarns, you need to know what you're looking for. You need to know what you're shopping for. You need to either have a specific project in mind, or have a specific fiber in mind, or have a specific aim in mind. Like, I want to make baby items, or I want to make shawls, and then you can shop easier. But definitely don't shop for anything that the name of the yarn is sale or winter or summer or something like that, because those are pretty much the worst yarns that you can ever find. Even if they're like for 20 cents a ball, you don't want them. Even for 20 cents a ball, like, don't buy them. You've bought regular as well as sales yarns. The only yarn I was really disappointed with was the gumball, and I blame Krista from the Secret Yarnery. Yes, exactly. We're not that audience. You can, I'm not saying don't buy. I'm saying buy, but you need to know where you're buying. You need to know the seller. So like, I'm not saying don't buy. I'm saying definitely buy. They are a good website to get good yarn for a good price. But know who you are buying from. You are buying from a company that really does not care if you're buying from them or not. So if you have any problems with your order, you will get zero customer service. Or if you need advice from them, or if you ran into a problem or anything like that, nothing. There will be nothing. And their website is literally like, I don't think they have changed anything in the construction of the website since the day that the website was first built. All they do is upload new yarns to it. So even when you check out, the checkout system, like it looks, in terms of the internet, it looks old. You know what I mean? Jessie says, you used eyes for some of the yarns that I find elsewhere and check to see if they have overruns. That's the only sale item I buy there. Otherwise, a 100% wool or alpaca. Yeah, there is no customer service. I understand now why nobody in the UK sells ice yarns. They demand a reseller pays their retail price first and only give a retailer discount afterwards. I don't know. I never tried to like be a seller for them. I know there's someone in the US who sells ice yarns. I think she's called a Yarn Nut. I never looked into her because I'm not in the US. And I know a lot of people in the US prefer to buy from her because you can buy there by the ball and not whole packs like you have to buy directly from the website. But again, I'm not saying don't buy from them. Definitely do buy from them. They have some very good yarns, and I used to work with them in the past. I used to design patterns for their blog. I stopped because they don't have customer service. So they don't even have customer service for their designers. So once you are accepted into the designer program, they expect you to keep constantly writing patterns, and if you have any problem or like the yarn that you asked for the design didn't come, or they don't have it currently available, or they will just not communicate with you in any way. Or if you uploaded the pattern and it's on the blog but they misspelled something or something is written wrong, there's no customer service. So I stopped being in contact with them. I'm still affiliated with them, like, because I do still have the affiliate link, and occasionally when someone places an order on the website using my link, I do get something small from it, so it's nice. So if you do shop on Ice Yarns, it will be nice if you use my affiliate link, but I personally, I shop on their website, but I no longer work with them because there's no way to communicate. They just don't care about anyone of us small customers. They sell to companies. They don't sell to people. Well, they do sell to people. They just don't care if the people buy or not. That's a good point, Jessie. All right. So now we are going to very, very quickly talk about Hobby. And I'll tell you why quickly. The reason we're going to talk about Hobby quickly is because Hobby is not a cheap website. Buying yarn on Hobby is only reasonable, or it's only, how do you say? It's only a bargain if you shop the sale. So otherwise, I wouldn't buy any of Hobby yarns when they are on full price. My personal opinion. I mean, of course, you can, anyone makes their own choices. But me personally, I only shop the sales on Hobby. So the reason that Hobby is even on this list, like, again, okay, let me start this off differently. Hobby is a great yarn company. Great. They have amazing yarns. I love, love, love their yarns. And if there's something about yarns that I'm going to miss once I move to Israel, it's Hobby yarns, because they do not ship to Israel. I love Hobby. It's a great company and I highly recommend their yarns. However, I feel like they don't belong on this list because their website outside the sales section is not a reasonable, affordable price website. I hope that was clear. Great company, amazing yarns, very high quality, never been disappointed with any of their yarns. Anything I got from the website, I always used, I always end up using. I love their yarns, but they're not cheap. They are only cheap when they are on sale. So, good yarn, yes, for a reasonable price, only if you shop the sale. And when you go to the Hobbii website, on the front page of the website, you will have the sale. It's always either here, or you will have this bar on top that says spring sale. And when you click on the sale, you will see all the yarns and other items, because normally in the sale they don't only have yarns, they also have different kind of notions and accessories all the way at the bottom, like you see here. But when you go to the sales section, you will see all the yarns that are currently a part of the sale, and they will be for a reasonable price. So yes, the Sultan cake for €7.90 is a great price. The Sultan Deluxe for $13.30 is also a good price. However, still Yarn Art Rose Garden, which is the same yarn, is still cheaper. The Mega Balls, which are amazing, I love their Mega Balls, for €10 is a very good price. Their Dahlia, which is a great cotton yarn to make shawls and different summer wearables, €7.40 is an amazing price. All their acrylic yarns, I don't buy them. Don't buy any of Hobbii acrylic yarns for over €5. Only buy them when they're under €5. Otherwise, they are really not worth it. I mean, not worth it that the yarn isn't good. The yarn is amazing, but I wouldn't pay €5 for it, for acrylic. Cotton, they have the best cotton. I think I haven't run across a better cotton than Hobbii cotton yet. And they have great packs. So yarn packs, they have color packs and yarn packs where you can get a few skeins of the same yarn for a great price. Hobbii Dream Color, which is an 100% wool fingering weight yarn, amazing shawl material, absolutely beautiful. You can make one Zerzura shawl out of one ball of Hobbii Dream Color. €7.40 is a great price for it. I wouldn't buy it for the full price of €14.70 because that's just ridiculous. So yeah, when you shop on Hobbii, on the sale section, then yes, you get amazing yarns for a very, very good price. If you shop the website at any other section and buy the yarn for the full price, you're a sucker. Sorry, that's just my opinion. How would you store a stack of toilet seats? I guess it's an Ogo comment. Reggie, you need a tea emoji for dishing the tea on his face. Tea emoji. Yes, exactly. You found it. Like Hobbii website a lot, and I love many of their yarns, but I agree about their prices. Yes, exactly. So yes, their yarns are they are top shelf quality. Very, very good yarns. I can't say it enough. You know that my yarn room is full of Hobbii. I am probably their biggest fan. I'm, again, very disappointed. And here is where I ditch. Lately, Hobbii has sort of like spread out to social media in the terms of they literally addressed every single yarn person on YouTube, on Instagram, so like influencers who have yarny channels on YouTube, or who have yarny content on Instagram or Facebook pages, and asked them to do a promotion for them. So they let you choose, or they let them choose what yarns they would like to get, and sent them the yarn and asked them to do a review. I'm sure you guys you know, follow the same YouTubers as me, you have already seen a few of these. Why am I disappointed? I'm disappointed at Hobie because that is such a big brand, like, sellout move, you know? There are enough influencers out there, and I'm not talking about myself because my channel is really small in the terms of the YouTube pond. Like, my 7,000 subscribers is like nothing compared to the really real influencers on YouTube out there. But there are enough of those, the bigger YouTube channels or bigger Instagram influencers who actually use Hobie yarn on a regular basis, and already know the yarns and know what they're talking about. Had Hobie gone to them to create a partnership, then I would trust them. But Hobie literally shot in every possible direction and addressed every, like, influencers they could find to offer to promote for them, which created a very unbelievable, like, it's not believable. Like, when tons of YouTubers and tons of Instagrammers at the same time, at the same month, all suddenly talk about Hobie and how great they are, it's not believable. It feels paid. It feels, you understand what I'm saying, right? A lot of Hobie yarn comes from ice yarns. Yes, that is correct. I just said that when we were talking about ice yarns. Yeah, right. Yay, Alice! Cool. I've seen tons of channel getting free Hobie. Yeah, exactly. Yes, you understand. So you understand what I'm saying. There were so many YouTubers and Instagram influencers that for the past 2 months have been doing Hobie reviews, paid promotion, and you can see that because the videos are marked paid promotions as well as the Instagram posts, to, like, promote Hobie. And when you suddenly see the entire feed talk about the same yarns from the same company with paid promotion, it does not feel believable anymore. And I thought that was like a dick move from Hobie because their yarns are so good that they don't need that. All they would have needed is to get those, like, 4, 5 top influencers that already use their yarns and already know their yarns, and like, partner with them, and then it would be believable. If I see a YouTuber that I already know buys their yarn, uses their yarn, makes designs and tutorials using their yarns, and then that YouTuber suddenly does 4 or 5 reviews of their yarns, of different yarns from them, that's believable. But when someone who never buys from Hobie, never heard of Hobie before, gets their yarns and does a review saying on camera that they have never worked with Hobie yarn before and how amazing they are, that is not believable. And I don't know, maybe some customers out there are stupid and that makes them buy the yarn. But for me, I don't fall for that. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. Shadowlash of yarn companies. They have raised prices, Carrie, indeed. People who don't know anything about yarn are doing reviews. If you only use one weight yarn and one size hook, you don't have any credibility for me. Exactly, Chris. I have seen, like, YouTubers who never use fingering weight yarns suddenly do reviews for their for the twister cakes or their sultan cake. I mean, it loses all credibility in my opinion. which is what made me kind of like resent Hobie in the past few months. That's not to say that I stopped buying from them. I just have like a really hard resentment towards them. I think they did like a really shitty move in terms of selling out in the name of selling yarn, you know, like now I know they are only out there to make money and don't really actually care about us crafters, or they think they are stupid. We are stupid. Exactly, it's not genuine. But that would require Hobie to actually know the content of those influencers, which they probably don't because they can't be. Yeah, it's enough to go on YouTube and check and see a few videos from each influencer. It's like it takes just a few minutes to check out and see who has a Yarny channel and does reviews, and what like YouTuber who has a yarn channel do you know that will get an email from Hobie saying, hey, we can send you some free yarns and you do a review for us, and they will say, oh no, I wouldn't do that. Only buys to giveaways and doesn't use it. Yeah, that's another thing. Makes it harder to find good reviews for their yarns. Yes, exactly. It makes it very hard to find the actual genuine reviews of the yarn, to filter out the ones that are actually someone giving a review and someone just doing an infomercial. When you go from making everything with Red Heart Super Saver to praising Butterfly, I have questions. Yes, 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 exactly. I agree, Mocha. I think we're watching the same channels. Yes. But so yeah, so like I said, yes, buy from Hobie. Their yarns are amazing. But don't shop anything that is not sale. And don't believe every single influencer out there that tells you that their yarns are amazing. I mean, their yarns are amazing, but that person is probably saying it because they were paid and not because they tried them out. And those of you who have been following my channel know that I have been buying and reviewing Hobie since the very beginning of the channel. I think my very first yarn review on, no, the second yarn review on the channel was for a Hobie yarn. And so I can tell you 100% that I have been working with their yarns way before they started, you know, contacting YouTubers to do reviews. So you know that when I give you a yarn review, it's actually a yarn that I have bought and tried, and I want to give you a review of it, and not because someone paid me or sent me the yarn for free to review it. But if, like Mocha just said, a YouTuber that you watch regularly but have never ever ever worked with Hobie before, or you've never seen them or heard them mention Hobie before, suddenly comes up with a yarn review raving about Hobie, it's questionable. Most companies these days have a social media person that does research for the business. Yes, that is correct. Also notice Hobie's recent aggressive marketing. Yes, yeah, I think we all notice it. She did subdued promotion video and later an honest one where she compared Malaga to some US store yarn. Yeah, well, Malaga is a very good yarn. I have a lot of Malaga, but Malaga is not Hobie. It's actually We Love Yarn, and it's only sold on Hobie. Yes, they do have to disclose pay promotion, and you will see like a tiny thing on the beginning of the video that says includes pay promotion, but it like disappears after a few seconds, and if you didn't look at it, you wouldn't see it. Okay, so that was Hobie, and the very last website that I want to mention today, and this is a website that I want to mention today, but please take under consideration, I did not order from there yet. And the reason why I didn't order from them yet is that only this week I have gotten the notification that they started shipping worldwide. I've heard about them for many years from a lot of YouTubers and yarn tubers and influencers over at the US. But now they're offering worldwide shipping on their website. And that's Joanne. Did you know that? I was like, really? I've heard about Joanne again and again and again and again and again and again. And now they're offering worldwide shipping. So I went on their website today and I looked at the prices, and yes, the prices are amazing, and they do ship worldwide. So I am definitely going to check them out and be like a, European trying yarn from Joann's for the first they're not opening a shop in the US. They are trying to like break into the US market and compete with the US brands. Yeah, their site, like I said, I've only been like looking at it for a few hours because the notification or the email only came this week, and I didn't have a lot of time to look into it. But I did want to mention it for those of you who are outside of the US and like me have been seeing people buying yarn from Joanne for years. I thought it would be interesting to mention. They have very good prices on yarn, I think. Mostly, or let's say almost exclusively American brands. So for those of us here in Europe, that might be like a nice window into that, Lion brand and Yarn Inspiration world, plus the Joanne brand, which I think is Big Twist, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can get Ogos. Thanks. Their standard shipping to Canada just last year. Their shipping is quite cheap. Yeah, and I did look at their worldwide shipping. So wait, let's go all the way at the bottom. Where is the shipping info? So they have their standard rate delivery, standard express shipping, product, blah, 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 blah. I guess they did not update it on the website yet. But the email that I have received had everything listed with all the information about the international shipping. So they have very good shipping rates, yes. Yes, and they do have great coupons, which you can get on the website and use online. You tried the site and found it kind of clunky. Joanne's K&C brand is overpriced for the yardage you get unless you get a really good discount. Well, like I said, I am going to have to look into it. So this is the one website that I'm mentioning today that I didn't actually ever buy from before and have no opinion on. I just wanted to mention it. I thought it was worth mentioning for those of you out there like me who might be interested in that. And we will have to follow up with that and see what it was like ordering yarn from Joann's. But I just thought, I'll share with you. Maybe there are other, internationals out there who were interested in trying it out and sharing with us. Okay, so that was my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I at least, gave you guys some new ideas of where to go buy yarns. Links to all the website are in the description box below. Some of them, as I've mentioned, are affiliated, and I would very much appreciate it if you do shop on these websites, if you use my links to do so. It does give me a very small kickback. And when I say a very small kickback, let me just give you like a general idea, when you are affiliated with a website, most of what you get is either like 2 to 5% of the purchase, something like that, depending on the website, depending on the size of the purchase, and so depending if it's a new customer or someone who buys regularly on the website. You get something like 2 to 5% of the order in rewards. And yeah, and there are so many people out there with those affiliate links, so like not everybody uses my link, which means like maybe I get like 1 or 2 sales from a website a month, and you only get like, they actually pay you after you have $20 or $50, depending on the website, again, gathered. So it's not like a monthly payment of $2 a month. It's they collect it until you get up to like 20 or 50, and then they pay you. Little Knit's supposed to ship internationally and has great deals. They don't really. Yes, Villarita is really good. I hope you guys try it out. So yeah, I hope that you all are going to try it out, and I'm glad that you guys stayed and spent time with me today. And just stay with me for just a second, and we will go to the YouTube random comment picker and get a winner from last week's live. Let me just get the link. I should have done it before, but I forgot. Okay, so let's go to the browser. What was that? Okay, continue. Let's put the link in, and let's filter duplicate comments, and let's get the YouTube comments. There were 22 comments on last week's video, and let's see who wins that baby crochet magazine. I'm glad you guys all liked it and found some interesting ones. Drooling over the needle set at Rito. Yeah, they have really good needles. So let's go and start. And Laura, Toro 8 stars. Laurel, sorry, I keep calling you Laura. Please, one day it will sit in my brain. That's not your name, Laurel. Toro 8 star. Thank you for another great live. I used to subscribe to Crochet Today and Knitting Today magazine, but they both discontinued. I do buy Crochet World magazine for some issues, but I don't have a subscription to it. Okay, so you are the winner. Cheers and congratulations to you. Please email me. My email is in the description box below this video. Give me your address so that I can ship that magazine to you. And I would very much appreciate it if when you come back to today's video, you leave me a comment down below and tell me which one of the website was the most intriguing for you, or did you already go and make a purchase by the time this video goes into replay. Next week, I really hope, I genuinely hope that we will already get that one thing that I am missing in order to do the Yarniversity about how to get your patterns published. But in case I don't yet, then we will talk about something else. But I still hope that you will join me and be here. Thank you all very much for joining today. When is the next members only? Sometimes in April. Once we get to April, we will set up a date, but just keep your eyes open on the community tab, all you members. And you can always, as I've said, go back and watch. If you're a member, you can go back to the channel and watch the replay of the last members only live in order to work on the project that we worked on then. So thank you all very, very much for being here today. I highly appreciate it. You know, reviews, honestly, I have a problem with her not using them since she purchased them with her own money. Who are you talking about? I missed some comments. Okay, I will have to go back and read all the comments in the chat that I missed once I was talking. But thank you all very, very much for being here. I highly, highly appreciate it. If you haven't, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. And yeah, everything that you get from any of the websites that we talked about today, I would really like to see. So come on the Facebook group and share it with us. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.